Welcome into the postgame press conference. Ferris State coming off a 78-3 victory over Northern Michigan on homecoming alongside head coach Tony Annese, defensive end Olalere Oladipo, and quarterback Trinidad Chambliss. Coach, we'll start with you. Can we just get your thoughts from the game?
Well, we talked about coming out and just really firing on all cylinders. We talked about before the game just, you either grow or you die. And so I wanted to make sure that we came out with a sense of urgency and played at the level that we're capable of playing. And I thought for the most part we did that. It's hard in these kind of games. You're ahead by a lot, and all of a sudden, referees will kind of say, well, the winning team. So I don't think, the only negative stat is 15 penalties for 160 yards. They had one penalty for 5 yards. So that's a negative stat, right? But you're facing situations where I just think the game is kind of officiated a little bit differently when you got a big lead. But I'll look at all those calls, and there will be some reprimands if for sure those were all what they were called. But other than that, no complaints. I thought for the most part, all four quarterbacks, did really good things. The NCAA changed the rule where you could play 3 games as a true freshman and still hold on to your eligibility, which is great because we had a bunch of true freshmen out there towards the end of the game. Some of them literally haven't ran our stuff in a month because they've been on scout team, and they're the demonstration team for the for the offense and defense. So I was proud of how they executed as well. So all in all, very pleased, and think we got out of it pretty clean when it comes to injuries and stuff like that. So really excited moving forward.
Olalere and Trinidad, for you guys, it's a homecoming crowd here today, a packed house at Top Taggart. Olalere, we'll start with you. What was it like being out there on the field with such a good energy in the stadium today?
It was awesome. It's always good when the fans show up. It helps us play on the field. My mom showed up. This is her first game of the season, so I wanted to give her something to smile about outside of us winning. So shout out to my mom. It just helps when we play better and with more people in our stadium, and it just gives us more motivation to do great things and make coaches proud.
Yeah, it's nice to see everyone out there come out and support us, and it was great to get out there and get a win, and great team effort by everyone. It was a great win.
Olalere, obviously a strong defensive performance for your team, also for you. What were you guys able to do to achieve success on the field today?
Man, just get after the quarterback. That's all we preach all week. Coach Smith, he teaches us to play till your heart explode and get after it. That guy in front of you is stopping you from achieving your goals, and you just want to dominate. We believe we're the best D-line in the country, and we got to practice and play like it week in and week out.
Trinidad, for you guys on the other side of the ball, obviously a really successful day offensively, but for you on the ground specifically, you 5 for 125 and 2. That's a pretty impressive stat line.
Yeah, it was nice to run the ball and get out there. Props to my O-line. They had a really good game, moving a lot of defenders out there and making holes for me, and also my receivers blocking on the outside when I would get loose. It was nice. Great to be out there.
All right, Coach. So that was a school record in points for a single game for Ferris State. Talk about earning that record and what you saw today to find that level of success.
I really don't care much about the record, actually. I was trying to temper down the number. Just never want to put a big number on someone, but you also don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're setting your team up for failure. So we tried to roll with the same rhythm. Obviously, we didn't throw much in the second half. The throws that we did have, Demir threw out there like bubbles a few times that are just reads on either gives or throws out there. But all in all, I thought it was really great. I thought Malik really played well early. We put Trinidad in second just because we wanted him to get significant reps, in like with their first string defense to just give them that opportunity. So I don't know, you got Trinidad up here. You had Carson that won a GLIAC Player of the Week a couple weeks ago, and you have Malik that's helped us win 2 national championships and playing great. So what a luxury, right? And so very proud that, our guys just keep on growing, I said to him earlier this week, I'm like, man, you got to come to practice smiling, don't let it wear on you, because he actually had the first 2 reps against Montana and then didn't play the rest of the game. And so, the Ashland game he didn't play, but you see like the superstar that's in him. It's wild. I mean, with the one he ran for a touchdown right before half, I looked at Malik, I said, I think he might be quicker than you. And Malik goes, nah. So
Definitely. And kind of piggybacking off that, you get to see in games like these, you get to see a lot of players that don't usually get on the field. So what do you look for from those kind of players?
Yeah, we'll evaluate the film and see, obviously, when you have a championship-looking program, you got depth, right? And so we'll evaluate to see how some guys just kind of, shined. We still don't know who our best running back is. I don't know how many different running backs carried that ball. This isn't a complete list, but so different running backs all the time. Obviously, 4 quarterbacks, and we got Xavier off on some big plays, but he ends up with 3 catches for 78 yards. And on the stat sheet, it's like, that isn't any big deal, but I don't think Zave played past the first quarter. Malik probably didn't play much past the first quarter. So it is what it is, but, the guys that have opportunities to go show themselves, it's important that they take advantage of it. So it was awesome, obviously Trinidad, a perfect example of it, like, okay, here I go. And, I'm going to get phone calls tonight, primarily from my brothers because they know so much about football, a lot more than me. And so they'll let me know how great Trinidad is, and so can't wait to hear from them.
Yeah, for sure. In Trinidad, kind of talk about you were able to get a lot of solid reps today against first and second string defenses. Kind of talk about your takeaways from today's game.
Yeah, Malik and Carson, great quarterbacks, and Malik balled. He balled in the first quarter, and we had got enough lead for me to get in, and it was great to see that. And it's just good to get time and show what I can do. So.
And for you, Oladipo, just from the first game of the year, how have you seen the defense grown, especially these past 2 weeks, playing spectacular defense against Montana, and then coming here, playing here, and having good defense?
We've grown every week. After that first game, I can tell you the D-line wanted to wring the necks of our secondary, but these guys they're growing, and we're growing as a D-line too. We've been telling each other we got to get to the quarterback quicker, and we've been doing that. Our sack counts are increasing, and we're getting back there. We're dominating, and we just got to keep playing championship football, as Coach Annese kept telling us before the game and at halftime.
And then for you, Coach Annese, what did you see from the running game today that you could see carry on in the next few games going throughout this season?
The versatility of our offense, it's very important to have that kind of production. So, obviously 77 plays for 705 yards is, you're knocking off some pretty good average per play clips versus 67 plays for 98 yards. So it was pure domination. I think the guys are, really focused. But, part of our offense is option football, and we looked really good on the option. Part of our stuff is like design quarterback runs, and we look good on that. Obviously, Trinidad having 5 carries for 125 yards is pretty dynamic. and then you add the versatility to throw the ball and keep people off balance. We really, went in the game saying we're going to throw it a lot, and we ended up not throwing it a ton. But it's because, we got a big lead. But, just the versatility of our offense, execution, not fumbling the balls. We had one fumble in the whole game and didn't lose it. So 0 turnovers, which is critically important. And we've been good with that. Shouldn't say that, but we've been good with handling the ball. So let's just hope that persists on. But proud of the way our whole team played. Special teams was great too. Obviously you saw Eddie's hurt, and so Mitch had to go in. He missed the first extra point, but then he made the rest of them. He's doing double duty, kicking off. Dion Small's like a extraordinarily great return guy. Scary on every play when he's touching the ball. He's just been so great back there. So really excited about us moving forward.
That's going to do it for the post-game press conference. Thanks to Coach Annese, Olalere Oladipo, and Trinidad Chambliss for joining us today. Guys, congratulations on the win. Thanks. Rob, back to you.